series, we're going to do a little very quick snippet on swing blocking. Kim's going to talk about blocking a little later, but both John and Mike use swing blocking, so it's always a highly talked about topic in shouldn't I swing? We're not going to talk about that. We're swinging. This is what we do.
Some players do, some players don't. So I have two left side hitters, one 6'5", one 6'3", different level athleticism. The 6'3" is in control of her body and can do it. The 6'5" cannot, so she does not swing block.
So it might be by person for you right now, and it might be situations.
Complete situations.
It can help you in situations and actually hurt you in situations.
Yeah, I think when the swing block became flavor of the month and got really popular, everyone was doing it everywhere, and then they found that it's not necessarily as fast. Sometimes it's not about creating the extra 2 inches of vertical because maybe your hands are going to spin out. I don't like the term swing block. You guys move off a little bit because it means swing, and I think when I see people do it, they make a big drastic swing and they never spend any time over the net. So even in our gym, we rarely talk it as swing block, and we'll call it like a modified swing, where we tend to not blow past our hitter. So if my hitter's here, guinea pig, someone stand over there. Perfect. So a lot of times I'll see people open up all the way, and sometimes it's taught this way to really open up so I can now drive. But the goal is my hands need to be over this net, which are over here. So me turning to this wall doesn't do much. So we'll have our bodies never go more than just the hitter. So I'll go 45 degrees here, I'll swing, and with my elbows bent, I can drive up the front and spend more time over the net. Swing blocking gets really tough as far as speed to the antenna. If someone's killing us on a fast ball to the outside, me trying to catch up this way doesn't do a lot. If I'm really blowing that way and going as hard as I can, it's hard to stop that momentum without spinning or drifting past the play. And I think 9 times out of 10 people hit low seam anyway. So we tend to, in a high ball situation where the blockers can both release and we're going together and we can drive and go, maybe we'll swing block more often. But if the other team's in system, not nearly as often.
So there are teams, very few teams that now just exclusively swing block. It's almost all situations for everything.
Yeah, I think there were teams, we love playing swing blocking teams because we know their right front blockers are going to stay in the middle of the court, and when we shoot a fast go to the outside, they're never going to get there. Some teams will loosen up. There's teams in the Pac-12 that were swing block only, but now they realize that, for example, if I'm a left side blocker and the opponents are running a slide or something behind the setter, if I go to swing block this play and they stop short and hit a back one, I'm all of a sudden in this body position. So I can't stop this, readjust my feet, and dive back. So teams have gone from swinging to actually shuffling out, staying parallel, because now they can stop at any point in that route and touch a back one or a push back one or a slide to the antenna.
Last thing, I don't teach swing blocking, never did, and I really want to make sure that I envelop the net. What Mike said, eventually I've got to penetrate over the net, okay? And we were just commenting with Kim, I had when you're a national coach, you have the greatest players in America playing. I had the 3 Oden sisters, which is amazing, one family, Kim, Elena, and Bev. And Elena, who is one of the great middle blockers in the world, she, we taught stepping, and she would do it in practice. She never did it in a game. And she would always just shuffle, block, and then she'd look at me and say, hey, am I blocking? And I said, yes, you are blocking. So penetration over the net, the other part, the ball will always be coming to you. These guys, when they were middle, remember this drill? I'd stand, I reach 8 feet, they would hit them, you'd be a middle hitter, and I would just stand, and I would touch a lot of balls that these people that are reaching over 10 feet are hitting what? Down into the block. So, anyway.